Hey, how's it going? It's been a long time since I made a video. I forget how to make videos. Anyway, it's been 7 months since I last made a YouTube video. So I thought I gotta get back on the grind, you know? I gotta, I gotta make videos again. Yeah. And you know what I realized on my 7th month of break? No matter what you do, people are gonna judge you. And there's nothing you can really do to change what people think of you because it doesn't really matter. I like talking so much. This angle's kind of weird. Well, not the angle, but the lighting. Anyway, I like talking. Talking is my favorite pastime, you know? I'm a yapper, you know? I'm a yapper. Even though I don't really talk much. That's because I barely eat. But I love talking, you know? I genuinely love talking. Yeah, deep down I was afraid that I was annoying. So I stopped talking a lot. Well, no, I didn't really stop talking. I just talked less. And that took a toll on my self-esteem and my confidence. Because talking makes me confident, you know? Especially if you know what you're talking about. So, yeah. Yeah. But I learned. And I reflected. And I had a existential crisis. I always do, but you know how it is. I talked to some friends about it, about different things, about finding a sense of self, that kind of thing. I learned you can be whoever you want to be. That's the gist of it. And once you understand that, once you accept that, loving yourself is easy. Well, no, it's not easy, but it gets better once you understand who you are as a person and who you want to become. So, yeah, those are the. I remember I made a video about how to love yourself. Well, an intro, right? But I never really made that a series because I didn't know how to explain it. But now I do. Because the first step in loving yourself is understanding who you are as a person. The next step is trusting yourself. You gotta establish that trust with yourself. You gotta show up for yourself. It's a continuous process. Nobody really tells you that loving yourself is a process. That takes a lot of work. You have to have time for yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to. Because sometimes I hold myself back to please other people. I limit myself subconsciously, consciously. I police my speech. I hold myself back from saying things because I'm afraid of what people might think. But that's bad because if you limit. I mean, it's important to choose the right words to say, but don't overthink it. Because if you overthink it, you lose what makes you special. Yeah. I lost my confidence. I lost what made me, me. I became soft. I became reflective. Instead of not thinking before I act, I thought too much about what I did. Well, you know what I mean? Alright, so let me explain. In my younger years, my mindset was don't think, just do. You know? Acting on instinct, just doing whatever feels right, whatever feels natural. And then I thought about it. I thought about thinking before I act, right? You gotta make sure you say the right thing, you do the right thing all the time. Well, you know what I mean. Make everything perfect, you know? You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to say the wrong thing. You don't want to make anyone mad at you. I became a people pleaser. I became chill. I kind of mellowed out, holding in all that other feelings, you know? Holding in the anger, holding in the I was limiting myself, as I said before, but to an extreme. I lost all the energy, lost all the confidence. I didn't really say much. I became invisible. Like, I became like a background character in my own life. That's kind of sad to say, but yeah. Because I made myself quiet so people would like me. I was a people pleaser because I just wanted friends. But I realized not everyone's gonna be your friend, and it's not worth it to change yourself for people who you're not gonna see in a couple years. I didn't know that, because I was a dumb kid. I thought if I changed myself, people would like me. Boy, was I wrong. So, this video series, I guess, I don't know, is all about, I mean, I know who I am as a person. I'm just healing my childhood, I guess. I don't know. Well, okay, so I guess this video series is about me finding myself again. No, I know myself. It's about me showing up for myself and being a better person to myself. I'm not gonna be a people pleaser anymore, you know? I'm not gonna be holding myself back. I'm just gonna vibe, you know? Relax. Not take myself too seriously, that kind of thing. Talk about relevant stuff. Nobody tells you how hard it is to do a monologue. I'm better in other aspects. I'm good at writing essays because it's like I see what I'm typing. I'm going on a tangent again. Sorry. What did I want to talk about? Oh yeah. I lost my confidence back in high school and middle school because it's a long story. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to overshare because oversharing is bad. Well, it's not bad, but there's a limit, you know, okay. some things you gotta keep to yourself, because you don't want to be. Because I like being an open book, right? Don't get me wrong. But I don't want to be too open, because you gotta have something left for yourself, you know? Because if you're oh, okay, the main point I'm trying to make is I know who I want to be. I know what I am. I know I don't want to be a people pleaser anymore. I don't want to be afraid of what people might think of me, because I'm not in middle school anymore. I'm not in high school anymore. I should have grown up already, you know? I gotta get out of that mindset, okay? Because I had a mindset of wanting to be friends with everybody, right? But then I realized we're all different people, you know? Some people you just don't vibe with. Some people just don't vibe with you. And there's nothing you can do about it, because we all have different life experiences, but that doesn't mean you can't get along. It just means that everybody values different friendships because of our lived experiences, you know? So, I'm not going to think too much of it. I'm not going to worry about the things I can't control, because there's no point. You know, there's no point in worrying about if people like me or not, because it's a unrealistic expectation, you know? You can't please everybody, and you shouldn't have to. That's the key takeaway. You can't please everybody, and you shouldn't have to. Because you're not responsible for other people's happiness. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be kind to people. Always be kind, but don't be a pushover. That message is for my younger self. Okay, because in my younger self, right, I was a bit of a pushover. Especially in like middle school, high school, I was always going with the flow. But that's all in the past now, you know? The future is what we make of it. People always get afraid of. Time travelers always worry about changing the past. No, sorry. Let me rephrase that. People who. Okay. In time travel movies and TV shows, people who go to the past always get afraid of changing one small thing that affects their future. You know what I mean? Like the butterfly effect. People get too concerned about one small change in the past affecting their present and future, but nobody really thinks about how one small action in the present impacts your entire future. I think that the present I think that's what people should focus on and think about, how their actions in the now affect their future like how their actions or inaction, how what they do in the present impacts them in the long run. Like, I know it's impossible to see the future, right? But if you think about the hypothetical impact that comes from your decision making, well, if, yeah, if, what I'm trying to say is, if people paid more attention to what they do in the present and how it might affect their future, well, no, I think people should pay more attention in the present, because you never know what the future will bring. And I'm yapping. I'm I'm talking a lot. I don't know if what I said was making any sense, but hopefully I have an impact. Yeah. So, yeah. See ya.